Lazy cooking is actually a thing, you know. You employ such a technique, especially when you have that rare moment where you are home alone, just to gather your thoughts, read a book, go about doing some chores around the house, or more importantly, just lazing around. This style of cooking really works where you put out a lavish fare at the end of the day for the family. One dish that tops my list of lazy cooking is Chicken Marbella. Though very Jewish in nature, you pair it along with a twisted tabouleh, stylish yet elegant and so easy to create. Let's get to creating it. Lazy cooking always requires one ingredient, and that's a Ziploc bag, just to marinate everything together and keep it on the side. Allow it to marinate anywhere between 2 hours to 4 hours. So to start off, into a Ziploc, I'm just going to pour some red wine vinegar, and I'm going just random guessing. So about 30 mils of red wine vinegar going in, and that's perfect for 1 kg of chicken thighs. So as you pour the 30 mils in, you can use some wine, either red or white, or like me, just go right ahead and use some apple cider vinegar. So another 30 mils of apple cider vinegar going in. And the sharp scents that apple mixes with the red wine vinegar work perfectly well when you add 3 tablespoons of dark brown muscavado sugar. So just add that in along with 6 cloves of garlic finely minced. Now, since I've done a little bit of work by mincing it, you can go right ahead and just use whole cloves of the same. So put that in, and it's time now to drop in the chicken. So I've got these chicken thighs, a kg, roughly about 8 pieces, and I'm just going to let them nestle inside and marinate. Into this goes a generous splash of some extra virgin olive oil, so another 30-40 mils of the same. And now comes the fun part of adding in odds and ends just to give it those flavors. So I'm going to add nearly half a cup of green olives, and I'm putting a little bit of the brine as well. So just go random straight from the bowl, tucking them in. Half a cup is perfect for this dish with dollops of that salty brine, along with 1/4 cup of capers. So just add some capers in. The brine works well as well, along with finally some figs, and this is what's just going to sweeten the entire mix. So about 1 cup of dehydrated dried figs cut into quarters, just going in. Allow everything to mix well together. And finally, you need that little bit of spice, and that comes in with 8 chipotle chilies, just halved and de-seeded. With everything in, you give it a fine sprinkle of some sea salt, kosher salt preferably. Not too much, just enough to mix with everything together. And it's time now to let everything work in the Ziploc, doing its magic. As you allow all that to mix really well, you just remove any additional air from it, seal the bag and leave it on the side. And in the meantime, you get to completing the little chores that you're forced to do. Now, while I had to show the family that I did a little bit of work at home, it's time to preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. And in the meantime, get to creating that tabouleh salad while the oven gets hot, nice for the chicken to go right in. I've taken whole wheat kernels. Now, technically a tabouleh is always made with burgul wheat or broken wheat, but I've taken the whole wheat kernels, soaked them overnight and boiled them in some salted water. As they are nice and hot, they've bloomed beautifully well. We let that be on the side, but you need to use it hot. So into a large mixing bowl goes in the juice of 2 lemons, along with a fine sprinkle of some kosher salt, and I'm just using kosher salt in this meal all together, with some freshly milled black pepper, a simple lemon, emulsion with some olive oil is going to create magic out here. So just add about 30 mils of extra virgin olive oil into this, and the hot wheat kernels need to go right in, because this is what's going to allow them to absorb all the flavors with a generous tossing. We allow this to sit for a good 15 minutes, and then as it cools down, we create that tabouleh. As I've allowed the chicken to marinate for a good 2 hours, and I tend not to marinate it too much because the figs, though very sweet, will overpower the entire dish. So maximum you should marinate it for 2 hours so that all the flavors come together. Put it into a cast iron casserole and it goes straight into the preheated oven. 180 degrees Celsius for 45 minutes. While this gets ready, let's get to creating that tabouleh now. This tabouleh is my twisted version, so this is another style that really works well. So as the wheat has absorbed most of the lemony olive oil goodness, in goes a cup of curly parsley finely chopped, along with a cup, so about 6 spring onions finely chopped as well. And it's all about adding all those greens. But out here there's a trick that I'm using, finely shredded arugula as well. So about a large cup of that going in. Give everything a gentle toss and allow the wheat to hide in the herby goodness of this salad. Toss away, and it's time to just add in 2 ingredients that elevate this to the next level. So into this gorgeous herby mix goes in a cupful of cherry tomatoes. I've taken about 150 grams of cherry tomatoes, just cut them into half to give that little red specks, along with 2 English cucumbers cut into dices. And your salad is ready. A quick toss, a chill, and it's ready for a decadent meal. While this is a perfect accompaniment to chicken marbella, and with the whole wheat kernels, you do not really need a carb component as well. Any leftover of this, perfect to go in with falafel and pita pockets. So this chills in, and all we need to do is wait for the chicken. Having paused the movie, and while I'm still lazy, this dish is ready. All we need to do is take it out, give it a fine sprinkling of some cilantro on top, and it's good to go paired with that gorgeous tabouleh that we created. When you cook chicken marbella in this fashion in the oven, you get the crispiest of exterior with the juiciest of meat within. The vinaigrette just encompasses the meat, giving it that soft, succulent flavor. The figs get a little char, and the olives, the piquantness just brings this entire dish alive. All you need to do is give it about a tablespoon of finely shredded cilantro, and your meal is ready. Most often the tabouleh is not very favorable because of the herby indulgence that it brings, but when you pair it along with the chicken marbella, the olives, the figs, and that juices that come out just create a perfect blend. The whole wheat kernels giving it that extra bit of crunch and calling it a decadent meal well done. I hope you enjoyed creating this star stunner with me. Don't forget to share loads of love by hitting on the like button, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. I need to get back to my movie. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Bye.